Well, hello there. Hi, DizzieDee. How are you doing?
Hey Shack, I'm doing good. How's yourself?
Yes, well, we finally got on doing this. We tried with webcams yet again. Yet again, my internet failed. So, which was quite funny
I
because
wouldn't
we set it up and you were Shaq and I was DizzieDee as well.
I wouldn't say it was your internet. I would say it's the Valley's internet.
Yeah, just in general, yeah. We talk about this all the time. It's like I was surprised I actually managed to stream the PS5 unboxing video that I did. Yes, it messed up a little bit, but at least it was carrying on going for a while. But today is like I just kept on freezing, didn't I? So
Yeah.
you were fine. I don't know what it is. It's just like, surely mine should have been fine, and yours shouldn't have been like, should have been all robot-y and stuff. But anyway, we were going to do a Christmassy one, but then we couldn't really think of an idea to do for a Christmassy Botcast. So the Gaming Awards were out last week on Thursday. So we're going to have a little chat about that. I didn't watch it live because I was watching the Disney Plus Disney Investors Day announcement. That was so cool. Oh my god. And I was watching it and I was just like, ah! I think I got about 8 pages in my notepad full of notes where I was like frantically writing stuff down to do my update. So yeah, that's that happened. So many cool things coming on. Anyway, I didn't announce any games though, which is understandable. But still, do you think that they would? Well, perhaps they haven't got any ideas for any games in the future.
Was that on Disney Plus or?
No, they're on about. It was mainly on about Disney Plus. Well, Disney Plus, and let me turn my microphone down. I'm peaking quite a lot. There we go. It was mainly on about Disney Plus and Hulu and all stuff like that. But then they do go on about the parks and stuff. I did turn off about the parks. I didn't actually listen to that. And well, pretty much as soon as they started talking about finances, I was like, right, that's me out. I've got all my information. I'm done. But
Although it does seem like the day after that they did release a lot of Star Wars information.
no, that was released. That was released on the day. So yeah, it's like I go through all that information on my Investor Day summary video. So I will link that in the description, and it will pop in the top right hand corner now, and I'll pop it at the end of the video too. Nah, yeah, there was so much Star Wars and so much, well, Marvel, right? There's so many Marvel things coming out next year alone on Disney Plus. It's crazy. But we're not here to talk about Disney Plus. We're here to talk about the Game Awards. So you watched it periodically, didn't you, throughout the stream?
I can't say yes or no because I may have been in work.
Yeah.
During the time it was streaming, I may or may not have tuned in during work hours. I'm not saying I did, but I may have.
But only on your breaks. You were on your break and you tuned in to watch it whilst you were on your break.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant. Duh. But yeah, it's like and also let's address the elephant in the room, or that's not in the room. Johnny isn't with us today because he's on holiday. So right, for some that are actually enjoying themselves in a pandemic world. Now he's actually gone to visit his other half at the moment, so they're having a nice week. Something magical did happen on the weekend, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to say. Until I got confirmation from him, I'm not going to say what it is, but I'll tell you later, Dee.
He deserves a good break anyway.
Yeah, it's great now.
Definitely deserves a good break.
Yes, he does. He's done quite a lot of content. He's like, even though he's on holiday, his Assassin's Creed videos are still coming out on the gaming channel every single day because he's been playing that all the time. So yeah, bless him. So it's just the two of us going to be talking about it. And you've already done a video on this. I've seen your rant video, so you can expand on a few of those rants if you like to today. So, what should we talk about first? Should we talk about the actual awards first, or should we talk about the announcements first?
I would leave that up to you, but I would like to say the whole Game Awards shows, it was done quite nice, actually. I quite enjoyed the layout of it and the style. And I know a lot of people didn't like it because it was too long, but I quite enjoyed it from what I saw.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like we are seeing it like live pretty much. Usually with those type of awards, they're pre-recorded and stuff, so they cut them down and things like that. But it's like we are seeing it as it is, and obviously it's a different way of doing it. It was the same as the Investors Day presentation. It's like they've got to do it online, so it's a massively different format for them because they haven't got a live audience to feed off and things like that. Everything is pre-recorded for this time and everything, so they can take more time to talk about more things instead of worrying about people falling asleep in the in the thing and stuff like. And people can fast forward if they want and stuff like. So I'm liking these because obviously us being in Britain, we can't get to some of these events, so it's nice to be able to join in globally, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it's like
definitely.
we don't have to wait to watch somebody else's video on it. We can make our own videos on it now. So I do like that whole thing, and hopefully it's something that they will do in future, even when they do have these big events and stuff. They'll still stream it live for everyone.
Definitely. What I quite liked about it overall, though, is that the timing was pretty good. There was no massive delays. There was no mishaps. It all went very, very smoothly, and for that amount of time, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like a well-oiled machine, then, isn't it? Because it's like it is pre-recorded, so any like of the long hiccups and stuff. It was a 15-minute wait when the awards started, though. Because whenever things go live, they don't go live dead on the time anyway, do they? There's always a few minutes and stuff. But this was 15 minutes. It was waiting for the start, and then they had like the pre-award show first, and then it's like I was confused by that. Really, like it was like half an hour when it wasn't. I know what they were doing. They were trying to do like the red carpet thing that they have in like the Golden Globes and stuff like that. So. But it just didn't make sense to me, really. So, right, I think we'll go on to announcements first then, and then we'll talk about the awards, because I'm not really impressed by the awards, but I'm not really impressed by a lot of the nominees either, mind. But there we go. Hey ho. Right. What'd you say?
That's a bold statement.
You know me. I beat around the bush on some things, and then other things I say it as it is. But yeah, it's like I've played a lot of games this year, but I think a lot of them have been older games anyway. So yeah. Right. So first, there's quite a lot of trailers and announcements that were made. But I'm gonna start off with my highlight of the entire thing, and that was the Mass Effect trailer. Now, I was like watching it, looking at it, going, "Is this Mass Effect? Is it?" And then it's like you can hear, as soon as I heard the Reaper's horn noise, I was just like, "Ah, yes, it is!" And then you're walking on this snowy planet and pick up a piece of helmet, and they wipe it away and it says N7. It's like, yeah. And then you stands up and it's Liara, and it's like, oh my god, it's Liara. And then it comes to Mass Effect will continue, and it's like, what? It's like, because like we knew the remaster was coming next year, but then a proper Mass Effect 4. It's like, what? So yeah, like geeked out pretty hard on that first one.
I do have to say, with the majority of the trailers, there was either really, really good ones or ones which I was really just not interested in. Now, I know a lot of people went absolutely crazy over the Mass Effect trailer, but it made me want to get the first game because I haven't actually played them. And seeing all the fans react, I was like, oh, well, it must be a really good game, right?
I think you'll enjoy it. I do think you will enjoy it.
I'm not going to get the new game, but I'm going to, when the remaster comes out, I'll pick that up and see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the number 4 will come out next year. I think it'll probably be the year after, to be honest. But so yeah, you've got a year then to complete the other 3 games. It's totally doable. I'll probably do it in a month. Probably as soon as I pick it up, you won't see me. It's like, adios, people. I'm sticking onto this. I can't wait to play it again. Because all mine were on PS3, and my PS3 has died, so I can't play it. Though I did buy it for my brother on PC a few years ago, and I think it's still in its wrapping, so I might steal that off him. Or I'll just wait for the remaster. So like I said, there wasn't a lot really jumping out. There's a lot of horror games. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did, and I love watching horror games. I can't play them because no, they're terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not a big lover of the horror genre. I remember when Johnny made me buy Alien Isolation, and I've got a phobia of xenomorphs anyway. So that wasn't very nice. I spent the vast majority of the time in a locker. I still haven't finished that game. I rage quit during a live stream. And never went back to it. So I said I was the last live stream I'd done of it. I was like, right, this is gonna be the one that I'm gonna finish it. And I was about 2 hours in, or 2.5 hours in, and I looked at where I was in the story, and I was like 3/5 of the way into the game, and I was like, what? I was like, screw this. I'm not gonna play this anymore. I probably would have been there for 6 hours probably playing it, because it takes me forever to do anything because I'm always hiding. Well, there we go.
I bought the game when it first came out. I don't even think I made it 1/5 into the game because I never met a xenomorph in the game, because even though I love xenomorphs in the film, I was too frightened to progress. I was every 2 seconds just hiding, just continuously hiding.
Yeah.
I got to the radio part at the very beginning. And I was like, I'll listen to this, but then I kept turning her off. I was like, no, what if there's a xenomorph? But nothing has even happened up to that point.
Yeah.
That was my whole playthrough. I went way further than that, by the way. I should have seen one at one point, and when I was like, oh no, I know that they're here now, I was like, nope, that's it. It's too much.
I spent, the first bit where you first wake up, and you're walking through the ship.
Yeah.
It took me so long to do that, because I was just like, no! And then the lights would automatically come on. You're like, ah! Nah, not for me. But and Resident Evil 7, I rage quit that during a live stream, because that wasn't because it was scary. It was just the fact of I couldn't do the bit. Have you played 7? Of course, you played 7. Yeah, you've played every Resident Evil game there is.
I haven't completed any of them though. Like I said, I'm terrified. I guess to certain parts, I'm like, no, I'm out. Well,
in 7, right at the beginning, this is how far I got to it. Right at the beginning, there's the bit when you've got to escape in the car, and you've got to ram the dad with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bit I rage quit because I just couldn't do it. He kept on grabbing me all the time. I was like, God's sake. So, yeah, I rage quit that. Sold it then as well. So I've never gone back to it. But, yeah.
I will say what I was disappointed about, though, with the trailers.
Yeah.
One thing. I was very much expecting a Silent Hill reboot trailer, because I know they're working on that. And everyone was saying, yeah, there's going to be a trailer. It wasn't confirmed from anywhere, but everybody was speculating on it, and it just didn't show up in the game once.
He's funny like that, isn't he? He's he always keeps his cards to his chest quite... And then he randomly will drop things, it's where did that come from and stuff like. But I know a lot of people are really expecting it. I was expecting another Final Fantasy 16 trailer, to be honest.
It was too early for that. They've already said on the Twitter statement that they're releasing new information next year, not in this year. So
It just seems like the announcement trailer that they did a good few weeks ago, that was a very long trailer where they could have like split it in two. They could have.
Yeah, it would have been perfect for the Game Awards, really.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
showcase.
Yeah, but obviously it's a PS5 exclusive, so they wanted it on that stream, didn't they?
Yeah, good.
So I can't wait for it. It's like I am following. I've had a look at the website. I need to have a really good look into that website because it's got more information on some of the characters and stuff in there. But yeah, let's have a look. What ones did I like? Well, the Vin Diesel game looks decent. I mean, Ark 2. I'm just gonna call it Vin Diesel game.
I was really shocked. I was like, wait, why is Vin Diesel? Is he going to be playing Riddick? I was like, I got very confused until I saw the whole backgrounds and everything was different. I was like, wait, is he just himself? I'm very confused. What is going on?
It is just Vin Diesel. I know his name isn't Vin Diesel in the game, but I want it to be Vin Diesel. Because he's just playing Dominic Toretto, Riddick. It is Vin Diesel. But I haven't played Ark 1, so I haven't got a clue what
I haven't. Again, that's what I mean. They were very hit or miss for me because I haven't played a lot of these games, and the games that I did play, I was not expecting new versions of the games, like Super Meat Boy. I was like, okay, that was really fun when you first played the game, but I don't feel a need for a second one. Same as like Oddworld. There's so many Abe's games. I was like,
yeah,
come on.
And they're exactly the same.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
There's not much difference.
I really enjoy them. I do really enjoy the Apes games, but I'm like, wait,
I enjoyed them on
finished.
PS1.
They released a new game not that long ago for Abe, though, on PS4.
Yeah, I did. It was a PS Plus game a few months ago, so I played a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, it's just another Abe game.
I just was not expecting another one out so soon again. I was like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah. It's not out yet, though, is it?
Which one now?
The new one.
Well, the Soulstorm. Is that the newest one you're on about? Because they released that trailer in the Game Awards. That's not out yet.
No.
I don't know this. They don't like. If you haven't been keeping up to date with them, you think, oh, there's only maybe one. But there are loads of games. There's even spin-off games with them as well.
Yeah.
There are a lot of games for Apes.
Yeah.
It's a really good game. I just want to see them do something slightly different, but then I don't want to mess up the sort of, I can't describe it. They do something very unique with that game, and I don't want to mess that up, but I don't want the same thing over and over. I don't know what I'm expecting, but I wasn't expecting.
I think they should just leave it there, really. But yeah, it's like going back to like the horror-y games. It's like that Evil West looked pretty decent. It's like a cowboy monster hunter type thing, so that looked pretty decent. A lot of the trailers, you didn't really know what the game was all about, really, because they are just like teaser trailers. But with that one, it's like, it's like, oh, I'm going to be fighting monsters with these various different weapons, and I'm a cowboy, pretty much. So that one did what it said on the tin, really. But then it's like, there's other games out there then. Let me just have a quick little look over my notes. Open Roads and Season. It's like, they looked really nice. Like really nice animation and graphics and stuff like that on them. They were like more of a traditional 2D cartoon style animation. But then the trailers was just like, well, what the hell is this game about? It's like, I don't really know much about it. Like, that's the problem with indie games, because they haven't got like a massive following and stuff. It's like, I think they need to be more in your face and less cryptic, if you know what I mean, with them. Maybe
because they're not as big as like the known branded games like
Exactly.
Smash Bros and
yeah. Well, let's talk about that one, shall we? You liked it.
I do actually like the trailer, because I watched, and there's a part where like you see the shadow of Sephiroth, and he's got his sword through Mario, and I'm like, wait, you can't do that. That doesn't work. Don't kill Mario. And then it zooms in, and it's like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, my thing with that is like, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense.
So, I get Super Smash Bros, right? And I get that they incorporate as many Nintendo characters as possible. And then I thought it was a little bit odd when they first introduced Cloud. I was like, oh, well, Cloud's not a Nintendo character. But I know that the Square Enix team are pretty close to Nintendo because they do have some games on the system, like My Life as a King and everything. Yeah. But I've never known, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't think any of the Final Fantasy VII games or spin-offs are on any Nintendo consoles, and I could be completely wrong. And I don't understand how Sephiroth and Cloud are both in Super Smash Bros. No. I like it, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, and the brilliant thing is like they made Sephiroth is super duper powerful. He was even beating down Mewtwo, and all of a sudden then Cloud comes along with his sword, and is
Omni smashes.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool that it was the sword from Advent Children that he was using. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It won't be in the game. It'll just be the ordinary Buster Sword probably, won't it? But it was cool that the trailer had like all the different sword comes out, because I think that they should have incorporated that in the remake, where like he had the original the Buster Sword, but then all your upgrades and stuff to it, you just attach all these different blades to it instead of I almost knocked over my notepad then. Instead of
having
you
to
change
switch
the sword.
Upgrade them, yeah,
because it makes more sense.
That in the next part or part 3, I don't know. They could do that towards the end of the game, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
No, I won't. I'm not gonna hold my breath for it, because fans want the original weapons and stuff like that, don't they? In it. Yeah. So yeah, but there you go. So I think that's pretty much all we need to talk about with it, really. And it's like the Swedish chef is coming to Overcooked. Master Chief is coming to Fortnite.
Yeah, the most the best reactions to the videos that I've seen for the trailers were both the Super Smash Bros. Sephiroth character reveal and the Mass Effect. Those went crazy. Everyone was cheering, and it was just such a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
When they were announced, especially in the chat rooms as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the Callisto Protocol looked pretty cool. But again, it's didn't really give much away, but that's not coming until 2022 anyway.
The things that really got me though is that Square Enix has done a game, or are doing a game called Outriders. Now, Outriders had a trailer during the Game Awards, but they've released multiple trailers up to that point, so I wasn't really hyped to see it, even though I really want the game.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. I was like, oh, okay. Same as Returnal, they've been keeping that a little bit hush-hush, but you have seen some previous info about it. But a lot of people are like, well, this looks really good, but the price tag that they've assumedly put on it is $70, which is what, 60 odd pounds for a known game. Is it's steep.
But it's the next gen prices, because there are a lot of, it's Call of Duty is £70. It's what?
Yeah.
£70 for a Call of Duty game? Or was it £60? £60, I think. But then Godfall and Demon Souls, they are £70. And I was I don't want to spend... It puts me off buying brand new games, to be honest. It's I've bought Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales for PS5. And I bought Cyberpunk 2077. Now, Cyberpunk 2077 isn't available on the PS5. It's the PS4 backwards compatible version, which I'm a bit gutted about, to be honest. But it's those are the only two new games I've bought recently. I'm not overly blown away by Assassin's Creed, because it's just another Assassin's Creed game. Call of Duty, it's just another Call of Duty game. So it's I'm not drawn to any of the new next gen games that are out right now. But next year, I know I'm probably going to spend a lot of money on games next year. Well, Horizon, I'm hoping for a Q1 or Q2 release on Horizon, but I think they won't release it until Christmas time next year, I think.
Oh, also, I just want to say that the new trailer for Monster Hunter Rise looked really good, but again, they've released multiple trailers not long before the Game Awards, and that really impressed me. I was like, well, we've pretty much seen some of this gameplay. We already knew we could pet the dogs. We've seen the best parts. Why have you showed like a trailer that's not as good that you just released 2 weeks ago? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's like if they weren't talking to some of the other streaming things, like the PlayStation streaming and stuff like going, you did what? You released that video? It's like, well, yeah. It's like we got to make money off things.
I mean, I would probably felt like a lot more like, yes, this is really exciting if I hadn't seen very similar trailers.
Yeah.
Less than a month ago.
And it's a weird time though, really, to have the Game Awards. It's like December. It's like surely it's a summary thing. I think the Game Awards should be, but anyway, that's just me.
Well, I kind of get it because it caps off the end of 2020. I mean, we need to just finish with 2020 now and just move to 2021.
Yeah, but let's move on then to the whole thing, the Game Awards and the actual awards. Now, apparently there were 30 different award categories.
There was.
So there's quite a lot. We're not going to go through all of them. I'm just wondering, was there a VR category? Because I can't see one.
I don't think there was. Oh no, yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I remember voting for one, but I can't remember.
I'm interested to see what VR. I can't see it.
It
on
was
this list.
Off the top of my head. I remember because I voted the Iron Man VR one, but also there was Half-Life Alyx, and then I can't remember the others. But there was definitely like a.
I've got to be so we've got Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel, Iron Man, Star Wars Squadrons, and The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. I've played Iron Man VR and Star Wars Squadrons, and oh my god, they are amazing. Iron Man is brilliant because you are Iron Man. It's like I remember playing around, and I was literally moving around like Iron Man and stuff. Like there's a few things I didn't like about it and stuff, and I thought it was a little bit short. But all VR games are quite short, and that's why they're not 50, 60 quids. They are about 25 to 30 pounds, which is pretty decent, really, considering you've got a VR experience with it. And Squadrons, it was so cool to be in a cockpit of an X-Wing, and you'll be able to look around, and you can like put like a bobblehead and stuff on your cockpit and things. It's like, it's brilliant. I haven't played any of the three, so I can't really comment on that, on those other three. But I think out of the two that I played, that one of those should have won.
But yeah, there were a load of categories, and the ones I was kind of I wasn't surprised by, but the ones which I don't know, a lot of people didn't actually vote on when you had the choice to vote through the website.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people didn't vote on the esports ones, which I think maybe they should have had their own separate Game Awards and also stayed a little bit in here, but not as much, because there was like 3 or 4 with the with esports questions in there.
The thing is with the esports though, with like all your sports games and stuff, it's a different kind of gamer, isn't it? It's like there's not really people who would be watching the Game Awards would be playing those games, if you know what I mean. It's like
sometimes, but like they had quite a few on the esports, so I kind of understand the best esport athlete. I understand the best esports coach, but the best esports event, like they didn't have the best gaming event on there, so I don't understand why they had the best esports event. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this definitely. I'm looking at the categories for those sections now, and it could be its own thing, really. So you could have the Game Awards, and then you could have the e-game awards then, and I think they would make money off both.
Best esport, because there's different categories of esport gamers as well. So you have like the fighting game, you've got the shooter ones, you have like, do you know what I mean? There are different types, so they could easily have held a full event for that. I'm not saying get rid of the esports in the Game Awards, but I don't understand why they had so many, because the esports event one was a bit like, well, they didn't really put the best gaming event, like, because they could have put, I don't know, like Eurogame or EJX, or I'm just going off the local ones that I know.
Yeah.
But they put in the best esports event, which I don't understand. They could have got rid of that one.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's have a little chat about some of these categories in a little bit more detail. Then it's like, I gotta admit, 2020 has been brilliant in my eyes for game releases. To be honest, I think 2021 is gonna be far better. Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant next year. It's like, it just sums up 2020, I think, the games that have been released this year.
Some good games, though.
There have been some, yeah, but I haven't been blown away. It's like, I haven't really bought that many games this year, to be honest. But there you go. So let's go on the top one, Game of the Year. So we got...
Do we have to? Oh.
Yeah. So we got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima. I can never pronounce that. Hades, Animal Crossing's New Horizons, and The Last of Us Part 2. I rage quit The Last of Us Part 1, so I haven't played Part 2. Out of all those games, I've only played Final Fantasy VII Remake twice. So yeah.
Oops.
Doom Eternal. It's like, it's just another Doom game, really, isn't it?
It does look pretty good, though. It looks the whole backgrounds. They've upgraded like the aim. They've done quite a lot to Doom, and the music in Doom is it's upgraded.
Yeah. I do like. Well, Cyberpunk has a very Doom feel with its title screen's soundtrack. So it's like, I was just on the menu screen the other day, and I was just like, this is awesome. I just left it on for a little bit just to listen to the music.
That's a good sign of a good game.
Well, it's a decent game. I'm not sure whether I am like loving it just yet, but I'm only just scratched the surface of it at the moment, and I'm still a bit gutted that it's a PS4 version and not a PS5 version, and I hope they don't bring a PS5 version out and then expect me to spend more money on it, because I want just give it to us for free. Yeah, so I'd liked Doom, the remake, that was on PS4? Yes, PS4. It wasn't 3, was it? It was on 4.
I didn't play the remake of Doom.
It was really cool, and the soundtrack for that was freaking awesome. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I haven't finished it, but it is pretty decent. And it's like, I love 7, and then I know loads of people love Animal Crossing. I'm surprised that didn't win.
I did sort of mention that previously before. I can understand why people would vote for Animal Crossing, especially during this year.
Yeah.
100%, when they can't see their friends in real life. So they go onto Animal Crossing and see their friends in the game. I completely get that. But
it's not cross-platform, that is, or is it? It's just on Switch, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's why it probably didn't win.
Maybe.
Because if it was cross-platform, more people would be playing it. Because I think a heck of a lot more people would have been playing it if it was cross-platform. Or even on other platforms. It didn't even have to be cross-platform, really. But it just needed to be more on the Switch. Because The Last of Us Part 2 was the winner. And that is on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, I believe.
Yeah, you can say the same thing about Final Fantasy VII Remake, though. It's not on like Xbox either.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
German.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're only then having one part of the fan base, really, doing it. One lot of console people. So yeah, so obviously there's a lot more people playing Last of Us than the rest of them.
It sold so many copies. It absolutely smashed sales for the year. But I know a lot of people cancelled their pre-order and also returned the game within a very short amount of time. Yeah.
I was just about to say, it's like a lot of people don't like the game.
There's a lot of people who do like the game, but it's a very split fan base.
Yes.
Marmite, you love it or you hate it. So I was a bit confused why that actually won. Considering that it is such a split fan base over that, you'd think that a game of the year would actually have everybody who absolutely loves and adores the game, rather than half and half.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like it is very weird that it's that they done that really. Like, so, but it won. But I think it's just down to the fact that you got three. Three lots of gamers voting for it, whereas the others, they haven't got definitely like Final Fantasy and Animal Crossing. Anyways, like they've only got one console type gamers voting on it, so it's not a lot of people and stuff on there. Because I know there's been a lot of fallback and everything about the story, and some of the things that happen in it and stuff people really don't like. So yeah.
So before they announced this, about 2 days before they had the Game Awards, they'd done a poll
right
on the website asking players to choose the Game of the Year, and the winner was Ghost of Tsushima. And then the people who selected Game of the Year was from a specialist panel. So I don't really think they took into consideration the player's choice. They just chose
excuse me rumbling my microphone. It just fell randomly, and I was just like, oh, okay. Sorry, continue.
I was quite shocked because Ghost of Tsushima actually won the player's choice, and I would just assume that with the player's choice being that much in front of The Last of Us, I would assume Ghost of Tsushima might have taken home Game of the Year. It wouldn't be, neither of those would be my Game of the Year, because I'm really biased and I just love Final Fantasy VII Remake, but same. I'm just shocked Ghost of Tsushima didn't win. Yeah,
and to be honest, it's like it kind of sums up like the US elections and things, really, doesn't it? It's like sometimes the people's vote doesn't count, which is
maybe we won't get into that. That might be a bit too political.
Oh, I think it's hilarious. It's brilliant. I love it. Right. It's like I thought our politics were bad, but anyway. So then you got the best game direction. We won't bother talking about that. Narrative winner, because both of those were Last of Us.
They're all The Last of Us took home a lot of awards. A lot of awards.
But art direction went to Ghost of Tsushima. And our favourite out of all these, Final Fantasy VII won Best Score and Music winner. Now, to me, right, that's a bit of a cop-out because they just remastering and reimagining songs that were already there is not brand spanking new.
A lot of people have said that Doom should have won that, and I kind of get it. I'm again being biased, and they've upgraded the music from Final Fantasy VII, made it crisp, and I love it. I did vote for Best Score and Music for Final Fantasy VII Remake, but like I can understand why people are disappointed that Doom didn't take away anything, didn't win any awards, and didn't get Best Score and Music. But again, I'm being biased. I'm glad that Final Fantasy VII Remake won, but I'm disappointed that Doom didn't win anything.
Yeah. But there's always next year they'll probably bring out something else. I'm just scrolling through these now, and it's Last of Us, blah blah blah. Laura Bailey, she's a great voice actress anyway, so I think I know she had a lot of death threats for that role that she played in there, so it's good that she actually won an award for it.
People sometimes forget that the actors,
they're not the character.
So, and she did an absolutely fantastic job.
She's amazing she was voice actress.
I personally didn't like the character she was playing, but I liked the actor. So it's I get that.
But you're not supposed to like her, really, are you?
No.
Exactly. Well, so she did her job. But this is an interesting one. Going down to best ongoing game winner. So this is obviously your MMOs and stuff that are constantly going on, and the nominees were Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Now, No Man's Sky took the winner of that, which I was massively surprised about, because when I used to play No Man's Sky. I used to love playing that. And then they announced the multiplayer, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it was just an orb. That's all it was. You couldn't really interact with anyone. It was just an orb, and I was like, what? So then I stopped playing it pretty much. Then I did pick it up when I had my VR headset and stuff. Just to have a little look at what that was like, and that's pretty cool. But then I still haven't done the multiplayer on that. So that was really surprising, and that beat Fortnite or Destiny 2 and stuff like that, because I know Destiny has a massive following, but Fortnite, obviously every kid under the age of 16 plays Fortnite, don't they? So I'm surprised that that's actually won.
Yeah, I was a bit shocked at that. I do know that they are continuously upgrading No Man's Sky, and when it first came out, it was really bad. But now apparently it's quite a good game.
I enjoyed it. See, it reminds me of a game I used to play on the Amiga, right? A game you used to have floppy disks to play the games and stuff. It was called Beyond, X3 Beyond the Frontier. That's it. And it was just literally just a space exploration thing, and you'd come up against pirates. So you come up to a space station, and you'd upgrade your ship, or you buy a new ship. It's pretty much that's what No Man's Sky was when it first started out, because there's no like MMO thing or anything like that on it. So I enjoyed it, and it is available on PlayStation 5 now. They've remastered it for 5, and it's £20. So I'm like, should I? I'm toying with the idea of getting it, because if you think about it, there shouldn't really be any load time on it, should it? Really?
Unless everybody's got the same opinion as you. And now, because it's one best ongoing, they want to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, to be honest, it's like I've been playing Fallout 76 on the PS5 now instead of the PS4. And me and Johnny have been doing tests. And he will load fast travel first. I'll wait about 5 seconds, then I'll follow him, and I'm still loaded in 10 seconds before he is. So it's like I've literally got about 10-second window loading screen for Fallout 76 for an online multiplayer game, which I think is really good for that. So that just shows you the speeds and stuff of the PS5. So I'm thinking with No Man's Sky, there was not a major amount of loading things with that, because they try to make it like everything was rendering real time, so then you do get your blocky things, and then all of a sudden it pops up and stuff. So I think on the PS5 it'll be a lot better, because they haven't got those loading screens and stuff. So who knows? I might treat myself for Christmas, like, and play.
But no, with the best ongoing, I'm shocked like that they narrowed it down to these, because I know League of Legends ongoing from 14's ongoing, and I'm not saying this is a bad choice. I don't understand how they narrowed them down.
No.
But,
It's like, is it purely down to the votes, or are they actually looking at player data? Because really, for the title of best ongoing game, surely it'll be how many people are still playing it.
Yeah.
Really. But there we go. So mobile game Among Us. Was there any doubt that Among Us wasn't going to win the best mobile game?
See, Among Us didn't come out this year though. It came out like a few years ago.
No, but it's
only made popular this year.
Yeah. Well, it came out in November last year, didn't it? But I think it's because it became bigger and everything. It's the same with all mobile games. They don't really have like a release date, do they? They just, people stumble across them and stuff. So so you never know. Snake might pop up on this one day. It's like somebody like reinvent Snake or something. That would be quite interesting.
Oh, I do know a lot of people absolutely love Genshin Impact.
Yeah? I've never played it. Never played it. To be honest, out of all 5 of those, the only one I've played is Among Us. I don't really play a lot of mobile app games.
I played Among Us and I've played Genshin Impact, but Among Us I wouldn't I've only played it on my mobile once. I've played it more on PC, so I don't know how I feel about it being the best mobile because I feel like most people play it on PC rather than mobile.
I play it on my mobile. I don't play it on
Okay, I was
PC.
gonna say, could be wrong.
Yeah, but that again, it's like it could be down to the fact that there's two markets, then, isn't it? There's the mobile phone gamers, and then you've got the PC gamers that play in it.
Yeah.
So again, it's like it's one of those dodgy things. Best community support winner. So you have Apex, Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Valorant, and so Fall Guys won that. Again, I'm not really surprised about that. Everyone just went mental over it, didn't they? When it came out. I'm still really bad at the game. So, interesting fact. My brother's fiance did the storyboarding for the trailer of that game.
Yeah, okay. That is great.
I found out the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So yeah, it's crazy, and they're award winning now. So there we go. Happy days. We've talked about VR. So Half-Life Alex won that one. We've got an Assassin's Creed Valhalla nominee for this one, but Last of Us won that. That was the innovation in accessibility. So,
yeah, I get that. I'm not annoyed at any point for Last of Us winning that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
he was good at accessibility. There's 2 games I've played on Best Action and Adventure Game. So with this one we got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I haven't played that yet. Ghost of Tsushima. You've played it though, no? Because you.
I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And a little bit of The Last of Us Part 2, but not all of it, because I was just no.
Well, the ones that I played was Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Brilliant game. Absolutely adore that game. And Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And again, another game I really liked, but that didn't come out this year. That was out last year. Oh, obviously, it's the same as like the movie awards. They go from 12-month and not from calendar year.
Right. Okay, that would explain.
Yeah, so it's from November to November. That's what it is for this. That's why Among Us could win that award. There we go. Happy days. There we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. There we go. But it's like I loved Star Wars Jedi. But again, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you wouldn't play the game. And same as Spider-Man. If you're not a Spider-Man fan, then you wouldn't play.
I know a lot of people who don't actually, not like Spider-Man, but are not fussed on Spider-Man who have actually played the Miles Morales game, and they absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's issue with it is it's too short. But it was how much was it? I think it was £30 or £35, something like that, which is very cheap for a PS5 game, in my opinion. Was it £40? I don't know. It was cheap anyway for a PS5 game, but it's because it's short and stuff. When they bring DLC out, and they most likely will be bringing it out, hopefully it'll be cheaper DLC, so then it'll make the game longer. Once they bring out the ultimate pack, so then you've got the game and all the DLCs, I think it would be worth the price of that, because that'll probably be about £50-60 for the entire thing of that. But I love this. Like, I have had crashes on it with the PS5, but that's to be expected because it's a brand new console with all its bugs and stuff. But yeah, so Last of Us won that one. There's no shock there, really, was it? Next one, best RPG. Who do you think won?
Well, I saw the Final Fantasy VII remake did win that.
yeah. There's, I haven't heard of these other five games.
What? Genshin Impact is the mobile game. I don't know if you can actually play it on PC. I haven't tried. I think
I've heard of Persona, actually. I've heard of it. I've never played it.
but Genshin Impact is more like a coin game. I can't really describe it, but it's very like it's entertaining and it's very big and broad, and the character. Persona 5 is very quirky, very individual. It's a really good game. I haven't played Wasteland 3, but Yakuza has a very massive fan base. It's a very like intimate, massive fan base, and I can't really describe it. It's not a serious game, but it's a serious game with a lot in it. Like so many comical moments.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that Final Fantasy VII won anyway.
Honestly, if you're gonna like have a look at any of those, I'd either say play Yakuza.
Yeah. Well, it's got Yakuza like a dragon, and I love dragons, so that probably would. Don't tell me there's no dragons in it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna buy it now. Best fighting game, Mortal Kombat 11. There was no surprise there.
I've got Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I played it on demo at I think it was MCM last year.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the demo, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're." And when I bought it and I put it in, I was like, "These are not like it wasn't as smooth as the demo," and they've taken things out of there, and I was like, "Yeah, you've added like a story mode, but it's awful. It's so bad. Yeah. It's oh no."
I've gone off fighting games anyway. I used to love fighting games on the PS1 back in the day and stuff like, but I've just gone off them now, like, to be honest. But there we go. Hey ho. It's like Mortal Kombat 11. It's like it's only just come out, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy. Do you really remember going to Comic Cons and playing demos and stuff for Comic Cons?
Vaguely.
Yeah. So it's so long ago.
It was like about 10 years ago.
All right. We're not going to look at them. Best multiplayer game. Now this is interesting. Among Us won that.
See, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't feel anything about these nominees. You got Animal Crossing, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. It's like, what? Where's Final Fantasy 14? Where's World of Warcraft? And stuff like that. And it's like,
I know that Among Us has a massive like gamer base, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it's very good if you're not playing with friends. I feel like it's with friends, but when you're not playing with friends, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's not like anything special, but when there's like actual friends involved, it's really good.
I only ever play with friends. I never ever play it on my own on it. And it's like we do actually chat on Facebook Messenger. Voice chat, and then it's like, I know you're not supposed to, but it makes for a more interesting thing because there's so many arguments that go on. Then it's like, I saw so and so vent. No, you didn't, and then it turns out that they didn't vent and stuff. Is brilliant. But yeah, I agree with you that one. On your own, but it's like
it's just a lot more fun with friends. So yeah, maybe that's what they meant. I don't know.
Most likely. Right. Okay. So let's move down. So the esports. So I don't follow esports at all. So I'm not gonna comment on any of those. Have you got any comments about the esports winners? I know we've talked about it a little bit.
Recently got into esports, but I follow more like Tekken 7 players. Like, but nobody is on there from any of the fighting games, really.
No.
So I'm like, oh, okay. None of these I really follow.
Yeah.
None of them.
Well, there we go. Right. Well, that's pretty much the Game Awards. It's not overly exciting. It's like I would have liked to have watched it live, but I was watching a 4-hour Disney stream. So I was absolutely exhausted, so I needed to rest then. So I didn't get to watch these. But next year, hopefully, if they do another one of these live on the internet and stuff, I might watch it. Yeah, not I'm not overly excited about anything that came out or any of the results really about it.
Last year's was a bit better, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just because of the games that are involved.
Yeah, it's like there's been a lot of delays and stuff, isn't it, this year? And I think that's what's hindered it. It's like Cyberpunk would have been part of the Game Awards, I think, this year. But the fact is, it came out on the day that the Game Awards were. Obviously, that's not going to be in this year's. But I think Cyberpunk will have a lot of nominees. I'm not saying it's going to win. Because I know a lot of people have been asking for their money back for the game and stuff, which is weird. I don't know why people are hating on it so much. It's like, what do you expect?
Because there's a lot of glitches and the frame rate is really bad if you the basic PS4 or the basic Xbox.
Yeah, it's a next-gen game. I don't know. And that's why I'm confused that I've got a PS4 version. It's like, just call it PS5. That's all you need to do. Like, because I don't have any frame rate issues or anything. I do have a lot of the glitches of people will just appear. That's pretty much all the issues I've had with it. It's just, it's just graphics glitches and stuff. But it's like, because the world is so massive and detailed and stuff, you're gonna have these glitches and things like that. And they are CD Projekt Red. They constantly try to improve, don't they? It's like there's already been a patch to fix a lot of things. I think they've fixed that epileptic glitch now, haven't they? Because a lot of people were having seizures and stuff because it's a non-skippable cutscene. That's people have been having seizures and things over, which is not very good for a game company, really, is it?
But that's why people are complaining. There's numerous issues with it. It's not like just one or two little bits. There's quite a few glitches in a lot of people's playthroughs so far, and the frame rate bad, but they've never mentioned anything about you need a really good frame rate to be able to play through the game. They never mentioned anything like that.
Be interesting if it's better on the PS4 Pro than the standard PS4.
It's better on PS4 Pro than it is on PS4. Still not massively better.
As like I said, it's like there's no frame rate issue on PS5 because I'm assuming it's designed for next gen, isn't it? So
yeah, it is.
But so that confuses me so much that it's a PS4 game, and it does come up. See, when you're on the PS5, if it's a PS5 game, it doesn't say anything. It's just on your screen. But then with PS4 games, it'll say the title of the game, and then it'll do a dash PS4 next to it to let you know this isn't a PS5 version. So it's like, okay, it's like I'm just really confused by it. It's like I even tweeted PlayStation and CD Projekt Red asking about the PS5 version, and I was ignored. So happy days. But there you go.
I can't remember what it was. It must have been Ghost of Tsushima or Assassin's Creed. I think it was Assassin's Creed. But when I put it on the PS4, it said format to PS4, and I was like, but I've got the PS4 game. I'm very confused what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's just an update that at some point you can it over.
Well, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they did announce that when you buy a PS4 version, it does come with a free PS5 upgrade when the PS5 comes out. So you can play it on both PS4 and PS5. You'll be able to play the PS4 version or the PS5 version instead of because if you've got PS4 games digitally or disc version and you pop it in your PS5, they're PS4 backwards compatible games and not the PS5 versions. So yeah, who knows?
I mean, like what I meant is when I popped it in, instead of it just being like, oh, it's PS4, I had to click a button to format it to be a PS4 game.
Right. Yeah.
A bit like, what?
I
just see that on the PS5 to be like, oh, compress it into a PS5 game or whatever, but it's not. It's on the PS4 for the PS4.
Yeah, that is
Very confusing.
Yeah, it's very
For me
unique.
personally.
Very
But that's
unique.
me.
Be interesting is like if when you do eventually get your PS5, if you ever do decide to take that leap, when you put that disc in, will it say the same thing then or not? So
That's for me. We'll find out, I guess.
we will. Right. Well, I think that is all the time we got for today because you've got to shoot off, and we are coming up to an hour. Fantastic. I think that's the first time we've met an hour on one of these podcasts. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and the notification bell. We've got lots of stuff coming out next year. So if you come back in 2 weeks' time, I will be announcing quite a lot of things that are coming out on the Skybot channel in 2021. Next week we do have a cosplay music video that I've quickly put together, and a few people have sent me some clips of them in some Christmassy settings, so that'll be nice to watch that. But yeah, I haven't got anything more to say. Dee, how do you?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. All the links as well to our tipping sites and our Patreon as well is on the screen now. With Patreon, we are not doing our digital or physical rewards until the spring next year, but you can become one of our supporters and be one of our first patrons, and we would greatly appreciate that. But yes, I hope you have a nice Christmas, DizzieDee, and hopefully we can see each other in person next year. It's been a long time. I do believe it was the 15th of February the last time I seen you.
That's been a while.
Yeah. And I only know that date because it was CooperCon.
Yay. No, I hope you have a good Christmas as well, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Definitely.
It'll be good. It'll be our year.
It will be our year, yeah. Well, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.